Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Tough Love Atlanta. This is season 2, episode 6. I appreciate everyone for coming to this channel. Thank you for supporting, and also, would you please support by liking this video? And you can subscribe if you're not subscribed as of yet, and you can also leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. Okay. So things are heating up. We're at the half mark of this season, and of course everyone's awake. They're in that dark warehouse, and all of a sudden, along with Black, that comes out of the shadows, here comes Mr. Jason. So Jason and Black have been working together. We're finding out. Well, Jason says, you know what? Since everything kind of got messed up from the music festival, y'all got to finish what you started. And he says that he owes a lot of money to someone, so it's outside of just the FBI, someone in the underworld that's probably more dangerous than the government. And I think that makes sense for Jason, because he's too much of a scammer, and the things that he was trying to do is, you know, that he has to be somehow. There had to be something else going on and he was working in the underworld. The thing that gets me about Jason, and I don't even know why these jokers don't even just stand up. Jason does none of the work. He makes y'all, the fellows, or ex-fellows, do everything. It's quite interesting to see. So Drew basically saying, you know, I'm out, deuces. I'm not dealing with this. And Aisha said, we can call the police. Black says that you're in too deep. You've been doing all of these crimes, and basically you're going to be caught up in this whole situation. So Black said, you might as well just get comfortable. Drew tries to walk off and says, I'd rather go to jail than to deal with this. As he's leaving, Black ends up knocking him upside his head and knocking him down. Kenny, he tries to go rescue him to see if he's okay, and Black says not another move, and he pulls a gun on Kenny. So then Black says, you know, to keep y'all in line, he starts playing at least the sound of Aisha's sex tape. Obviously, Aisha was doing other things in order to make ends meet. Doing a little something strange for a piece of change, that was her. So at this point, that made Aisha said, okay, we'll do what you say. Of course. What do you need us to do? Jason says that he needs 25 G's a week from this whole group. And that will equal up to 100K after they get done paying. So I guess in 4 weeks, they'll get the 100K, and you guessed it, they'll be okay. Who knows? Black says that every week that you guys don't make the 25K and turn it in, another secret will be exposed. Black ends up showing Kenny's bag that Kenny's very nervous about. We're finding out that Kenny was stealing. He would get the mail, I guess, from somewhere, but he was stealing from what he was actually, I guess, I don't want to say delivering, but he was the one that was part of the mail thing, so I don't know. But he was stealing from Black and Jason. I don't know how Black was always a step ahead of all of them, but hey. Then he puts Kenny in a chokehold and says, dares him to try him again. So they leave the warehouse, and then the fellows resume in their catty pettiness, trying to argue to figure out how to get things done. Kenny and Drew are still at it. They just pick up from where they left off. It's quite interesting. As they're going at each other and taking digs, Drew asks Kenny, you know, what is his secret? And Kenny said, what is your secret? Because Kenny was to Drew was like, well, everybody knows that you cheat on Lisa. So, of course, they were about to get into a tussle. Lisa tried to break it up. Says, we can't do this right now. Or somebody said, whichever one, I don't know. I think it was Lisa. Lisa always asks this question about Monica. She asked it last season, I remember. do you think Monica is a part of this? And they said, yeah. I think Aisha said, everybody's a suspect this time, you know. They were trying to figure out who Jason actually owes money to. Aisha said, don't you remember him saying Smoke? I didn't, but I'm glad that you got ears to hear that, Aisha. So Smoke is some type of big deal. You don't really want to buck up against him, is the drift that I'm hearing, and how they describe this dude. He has a lot of pull in this city. So they make a deal amongst each other. Since there's 5 of them, each and every person makes $5,000 a week. Because they were trying to figure out, well, we really weren't making that much when we were doing this stuff in secret or before we knew each other. They were spending more money than what was coming in. Aisha takes a dig at Jackie about, well, some of us, because I think Jackie was suggesting that, you know, for you social media influencers, y'all can ask your fans for it. And then Aisha said, well, it's very easy for you. You can get it from your parents, da-da-da-da-da. And again, things kind of just got out of control, then it was settled back down. Basically, they just said they're going to come together and try to get this 5G from each one each week so that we can finally be done with the whole situation. Everyone starts to leave. I forgot who left first. I think Aisha's Uber came and she left. Before Drew could get out the door, Lisa asked Drew, could he please stay? Kenny and Jackie, they stayed outside and talked for a while. I forgot who asked. I think it was Kenny that asked, you know, we've been kicking it for a while. How come you didn't say anything? I mean, Jackie was asking Kenny, like, how come you didn't say anything? And Kenny was like, I didn't really want to involve you in anything else. Or maybe that was Jackie. I think Kenny was asking Jackie that because she started talking about, look, we already got into it with the whole car situation and all that good stuff. So then both of them are asking, you know, what is your secret? No one's willing to give it up, whatever their secret is. Kenny was like, look, anything that's out there about me, you can dig it up. Kenny, you wouldn't have gotten into this thing if everything you think is on the up and up. So something that you have done in your past is probably eating you alive right now. Jackie says, you know, I enjoyed what we did, and she wants to do it again. Kenny says, I enjoy it, but I don't want to be a cheater. And Jackie's like, come on, let's just do this. Like, Jackie, you engaged to a whole man or whatever. You escaped the man that you won't tell anyone about. So, you want him to cheat on the girl that he's got now? I want you two together, but let's respect what you guys got going on. You ended things, I think, between you and Kenny. So why do you think that he's just gonna just let go of what he's got going on now? Something that's solid, and then not have you back up from him. Like last season, you were so in control and was so hesitant of even being labeled in a relationship with them. So, Drew and Lisa, they start questioning each other about their secrets. Lisa's asking, how come you didn't tell me what was going on? And Drew said, you know, I didn't want to get you involved without knowing how dangerous it is. So, just to let you know how the night ended with them, they ended up having sex. I said, wow. I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, I see Drew making effort to want to show Lisa he changed. But the thing I know that he's changed is not talking to women. Is that the whole issue? Because you're a manipulator. And also you made her feel like she didn't have a voice in your relationship. And that's the thing about Lisa, that I need her to have more therapy, and possibly you need one-on-one counseling, because you really don't stand up for yourself like you should. I see you taking steps, but at the same time, it's quite interesting how you move. and how you still let people walk all over you. Let's see. So Aisha and Rome. Aisha was coming back to Rome's place, and they were going to do the normal watch TV, and they act out different characters. And then now Rome is questioning about those gifts that she put on the internet, which were the gifts that he bought her, trying to say it's from Deshaun. And Aisha said, look, this is for my followers, you know. And Rome, rightly so, said, you know, I don't get it. And I can't get with it. And then Aisha was like, is this about your boys? Aisha, you couldn't even separate. You're trying to say that this is an internet thing, a job, but Deshaun didn't even buy you some presents, but because you were so in the mode of hustling, you used your boyfriend's gifts, sentimental gifts to you, to showcase as if they came from your social media work friend or work husband. I don't understand why you think that anybody would go down with it for that. That is so crazy. And Roman was like, that is so crazy. I don't think that we are going to make it. And he just says, you know, when your ride gets here, I'll walk it out. I'm done, basically. But I think they're taking a break, but whatever. Like, Aisha, you got to really prioritize. I know you're trying to make money, and I know you're trying to get your content creating and your brand off, but at the same time, if you want a serious relationship, this isn't the route to take. Nobody is going to handle it. Nobody should have to handle it. Nobody has to be mature enough to handle that. And especially when you want to manipulate and not be integral with whatever you guys are doing. Sorry. It makes you look very manipulative. And if you can fool the masses, what about you trying to fool me at some point? Precious. Okay, Precious, and I'll just call him her good Judy, was basically like, you need to check Kenny. And Precious was like, no, you need to tell him what's up. He shouldn't be doing all this to you. So the friend is getting ready to go, and Kenny comes in, and the good Judy looks at him and gives him that stare like, ugh. So, of course, Precious asks Kenny, you know, where have you been? He said he's been out here handling things, trying to get deals, da-da-da-da-da. All I know is Kenny and Jackie are bad liars. I think Jackie's the worst. But that's in the next episode. I already watched the next episode, so it's pretty good too. Jackie gets messy. Precious said, are you sure? Because I seen you texting Jackie. And Kenny was like, it's not like that. She has some connections, and I was just asking her, can we do this? Da, 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 da. And then Kenny was trying to soften it all over because Precious is getting upset. Like, I want to do right by you. And then Precious just pulls out, here's my 10K. Where's yours? And I think Kenny was like, look, I told you I'm going to get what I said I was going to get. You don't have to come out of pocket about this. I don't want to mess up your career nor our relationship. So at this moment, he's pacified Precious, but I'm sure that there's going to be a blow up really soon. So Jackie returns back to Will. He apologizes about everything that he's done, and he says that he promises to never do what he did to her again. He ends up getting down on his knee, and he reproposes to Jackie, and Jackie says yes. Once Will leaves the room, Jackie goes to take one of Will's watches. That's how she starts getting messy. And it looks like she replaced it with something, but in the next episode, something else is going on. But yeah, so it looks like Jackie staying with Will so that she can have a way to pay off her balance each week, the 5K. So yeah, it's getting messy. It's a lot going on. So what do y'all think about Drew and Lisa having sex? I can't say that they're back together, but it's just like, I was like, ugh. I really wish that Drew and Lisa would go their separate ways. Maybe find each other in 5 years. Possibly there's some growth from each other. That's my thing. Aisha, you have the wrong priorities. And if you're going to hustle, hustle. Don't get into any type of serious relationship right now if this is going to be the way that you want to operate. You can't have your cake and eat it too and think somebody's supposed to go along with what you are trying to do to try to survive. Kenny, I like you, but at the same time, you are quite shifty. I kind of would like to know more about your background, because it's like, ooh, you do some things that are quite crazy. The next episode, you do something really crazy, and I don't like that you did that to the person that you did it to. I don't like it. But anyways, give me your thoughts. Please like this video and also subscribe if you're new. But until the next episode. But first, I want to say, just you guys are doing a good job to the Tough Love Atlanta cast and to the writers and production. Thank you for this. I think this is a lot better than last season. So, until the next video, peace.